Hey guys, Ryan here. What we're going to do today is we're going to fix the water softener. This is a Stenner pump. It's a 85 MPH which means that 85 revolutions or so will be 17 gallons a day is what it will equal up to. If it was a 45, it would be 10 gallons. So depending on the speed of the pump and the gears and whatnot and the size of the tube, it all kind of tells you how much it injects, and you can kind of figure out what it is. This, I believe, is they have a Versalon tube, or Versillion, and then they have another one, something Preen. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but Santa Preen, I believe. If you look at the hose, I've been looking around trying to identify the hose. It will kind of tell you by the bar. 100 psi, 6.9 bar is basically a lot of pressure, so you're going to need a smaller type hose. It's going to be one of the lowers. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 7. So, but I did notice here, when I was looking, there is a 2 on this hose. The duckbills, there's 2 separate ones. There's, I think, 6 millimeter is kind of for Europe, all their models. The 1/4 inch ferrules are all for the USA, I believe. So anyway, this tube, once these rollers, you want to inspect your rollers, make sure they're still flat. There's several different things you can do here. It's really neat. Whenever I removed it, I just kind of rotated the pump and slid the hose out here, but really there's a technique to doing it. And whenever you replace it, the hose will be opposite of this. This one has a hole here where it wears through. You'll want to make sure these are unplugged and the switch turned off, but it basically goes in as simple as that when you install the new one. And you'll take this key, which holds the cover on, and you'll slide this out and use it in the back. There's a special fitting where it goes, and you'll plug it right in at the back, and then you'll hold it there and then rotate this pump. And if you look, as I rotate it, it'll collapse one way. The other way it expands, and then that's it. So now the pump is locked in, and as it rotates, it will expand more. There's a cover here with 3 screws. I don't think this was really necessary to take off. Sorry about the pump. But they help hold that here. And once you tighten them on, you will put this back on here, which it'll seat down. They say to lubricate this here, the shaft, with Aqua Shield. I believe it's more like a Vaseline, but they say don't put a lot of grease in here because if you get it's dirt and contamination sticks, which also keeps and polishes the tube till it wears a hole through it. Make sure your rollers spin freely. They're not worn or cracked or busted. But and then once you put your cover on, you'll slide your lock back in, and it'll be just as easy as hooking it up, clicking it down. Make sure your screws are all the way down here and seated, which I could actually put that on now because I really didn't need that off. So they say there's duckbill and the ferrule fittings that'll come with a tube kit. I'm going to do a tube kit today because my rollers still look like they're pretty good and intact and functioning. So once you get your piece down, that's pretty much it. And then you're ready to go. Now, like I said, lubricate this point here where it rotates. You'll snap your clips back on, and then you'll hook up your injector lines. One's an in, one's an out. You'll need to know the rotation of the pump. I believe it is counterclockwise. No, it's clockwise. So, no, counterclockwise. Exactly. So the top one should be your pressure pumping out. Which is how I check to see if I'm getting any flow from my pump. Sometimes it'll run down, pull off the bottom, and it shouldn't. It really should be fastened 3 inches off the bottom of your filter and screen down inside your tank here. Make sure that's clean too as well. But yeah, as simple as that. Plug it in, hook it up, turn on your water. You're ready to go.